Hello there, Butterscotch Biscuits. Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News. Today, Bitcoin is hovering around $42,700. It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? We're just seeing Bitcoin hover around this range and work through this zone. This is a new paradigm. I don't want to use that word, but it is, of how crypto moves with regards to its speed. Why? Because Bitcoin is getting less volatile over time. There are bigger players now. It's more mature. Its market cap is bigger. The liquidity is bigger. To move, it requires a lot more money. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart. Remember, we're still around this range fence. Also, that candle's really concerning. I don't do TA on candles, but the big frame ones, oh yeah, they matter a lot. I mean, even if you change it to a monthly candle, you get to see, look at this. It's starting to have this long week. It basically just means, right, at that zone, a lot of people took profit. A lot. People, right? People, bug eaters. It's the insiders. It's the Bitcoin ETF. It's everyone just knowing, hey, you know, basically it's done. So it's not, you don't have to think as everybody against you. It's easier to do that though. The way to think about it is, basically goes, everybody buying here, you're not a believer. You don't believe in Bitcoin. You don't even like Bitcoin. All you like is making money. People like me who are long down here, we like Bitcoin. You see, we like it when the price goes down because we get it cheaper. You don't like it. You want to suck everyone else off with a Bitcoin ETF and get distributed on by JP Mosquito and all the other bug eater banks. So you have to switch your mindset. Or you can learn the hard way, friends. Everyone can learn the hard way. I mean, the hard way, you're going to get a lesson no matter what. And then you become one of the souls floating around on Confessions Wrecked. So this is what we've been working through. Even on the 4-hour chart, you can just see we're crawling along here. Everybody is praying for some sort of relief. Look at this. I just left this up here, right? The Bitcoin Spot ETF Trojan Horse. Record $4.5 billion of volume. I found it interesting that the news tried to be positive at the top. Interesting. I wonder who owns the media companies. I wonder who needs to sell, so they need retail to think that this thing is a record setter. I wonder. You know, friends, of course, they're distributing in the background. Now, if you're new, remember, you might be looking at charts from the past where you see Bitcoin just do huge fat wicks down where it's like it would have like 20% wicks and stuff, just enormous. It doesn't do that anymore. Now, it can, they're becoming less frequent just because the liquidity is thicker. There's more people in here. And for them to distribute and make their money, which is dumping on retail, it requires more effort. It requires like, okay, we can't pay this soy boy journalist for like 2 days anymore to write good news. Now we've got to do it for like 2 weeks, right? He's got to like make positive news and they'll pay like, you know, all the media companies, push it out onto TV, all the talking heads to tell you that, hey, this is the greatest thing ever. Look what else is happening. If you wanted further proof, I've got it right here. ProShares, otherwise known as ProShit, file for 5 leveraged and inverse Bitcoin ETFs so they can ruin retail more. The win rate on these, friends, it is atrocious. It's funny, right? It's sad that leverage trading is like, oh, you need a license and stuff. So what they do is they make a leverage product anyway. You see, because people want to gamble and these people want to take everyone's money. It's like the perfect, it's scum. I heard this from Mark Yusko, such a great speaker, great guy. He mentioned that, you know, the corrupt SEC, head chairmans, all these people, friends, not once have they ever mentioned any bad word or reference or even talking to their wives or their other bug eater family members. Not once have they ever spoken about the inverse short leveraged ETFs. Not once. And there's a 99.99% failure rate. Literally, it's Wall Street and all the market makers are just rinsing retail every single time. But they've mentioned the Bitcoin ETF like 100 plus times. 100 plus times. But the thing that everyone's actually been losing money on since they first started, I don't know, it's been decades now, all these new leverage stuff with literally no retail wins, none. It's impossible to win. You get destroyed. But they allow these products out there, okay? So you tell me if the system's rigged or not. Can't figure it out. Now, if we get to the swingy McSwings, friends, ETH BTC and Bitcoin dominance, they are right on the cusp of getting an alt season ahead. So if you look at the big bubbles, friends, you can't tell this from the bubbles. The bubbles are cool. Wow, look at these bubbles. Wow, Tau. I've got to throw in a quick comment about Tau as well. See, friends, this is, if you're entering here, you got to be playing it as a trading coin. Now, the Tau community, bless your hearts, you think you're going to change the world with this tech. I'll tell you right now, everything in crypto is a piece of trash until proven otherwise. And by the way, Dog with a Hat did a 10,000x. So what did your coin do? 8x? Oh, is Dog with a Hat 1,200x better technology than you? Okay, so don't give me this price go up as a reflection of anything, okay? Now, trading coin. What do I mean by trading coin? Well, friends, when it comes to this, it used to be $40. Now it's $380. You're paying like, almost like an 8 or 9x premium from there. So you just know if you're playing it here, if you're trying to buy this high low, you got to get out underneath these areas. That's it. You're playing for a continuation of that triangle. That's what you're doing. You're playing. You're trading. It's a trading coin. You got to get in that mindset. If you're doing that, I'm not touching this, by the way. I'm not touching this. There's other things to do, right? But that's what people will be doing. You'd be getting in. Maybe you're trying to risk like a 20% drop and you're hoping for a 2x, right? That's a 10 to 1 return, by the way. Maybe. You never know. There's a lot of fake outs here and there. Or you might do 2 to 1, 3 to 1. You don't get these 10 to 1s in leverage often, okay? So that's the type of game to be playing. So be careful. Now, also, hold on to your horses because this is the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance still right on the cusp of coming down here. Now, of course, this is just literally just inverse ETH BTC. So this is the ETH BTC chart. This is what we're looking for. This is the weekly super trend. It's so close, man. Just give it to us. Just give it to 0.061. If we see this, we might see a big thrush up. You got to think, okay, this is once of the range, twice of the range. If this is finally the one that goes up, I just wonder if we're just going to have some sort of big rocket for Ethereum where it just shoots up, If you want to see where it could go, you can have a look at Ethereum. Look at this. This is Ethereum chart. It seems like, friends, most coins want to get back to the March, April 2022 price. Every chart's different with every coin. It's around here. I think with Hex is maybe 10 to 15 cents, I think. I hope we get there, but that's what it would be. So if we just draw roughly this line for Ethereum, wow, it's another 40%. That's huge. You can even calculate what the ETH BTC ratio would be around here. Let's say Ethereum's 3,500. And let's say Bitcoin is maybe it ticks up to 46K at that top, right? 46K, damn, 0.076. That's the ETH BTC ratio. So you can actually go back and have a look at it, what you would be expecting. So you just reverse engineering the ratio and you can go up and just have a look at, like, does it make sense? That's all. Does it make sense? Now, can Ethereum even disconnect that hard without it? It would be like an ETH BTC up to here. That's what it would be, around this zone, So what we do is I try to just look at the charts. Does a story match the picture and what we're thinking? And really, these types of things, yes, you've been hearing me for the past 2 years say, you don't need to know any of this. Just literally long, strong, DCA. Just keep getting in. Just keep getting your bags in. But now you're starting to see things fire off. Right, we're going to go through that more in another video. But as you start to see things firing off, friends, there is appropriate things you have to do. Like if you're sitting here watching this stuff all day, there has to be something you can do to participate. That's why, you can prepare for that as well. Get lottery tickets, okay? There's just, this thing. If you don't find a way to gamble responsibly, right, the market's going to turn you into a full-on degen gambler. You're going to lose everything. So look at this. We've got more to continue too. So the Circle CEO, he's an actual bug eater. Now here he is, Jeremy. Jeremy's 100%. Jezza is the biggest bug eater I've ever seen. He looks like a bug. Friends, I'm telling you right now. A lot of people might be offended. No. You're going to see the truth come out over time. I've already reported about all of these, okay? They're not our friends, man. They're not our friends. They are the chosen ones from the government. They are the one. You saw what they did to Uniswap. It's happening to these guys too. They're not our friends. All right. Now, they say they're friends because they're in the industry, but you'll see. Okay, so they expect the US government to pass stablecoin laws in 2024. Here I am interjecting. It will probably be good news if it's released at green candles. If we're in a downturn crash, it will be a corrupt and evil law installed by JP Mosquito and other bug eater scum. So we're going to have a look at this, friends, because what's been happening in the Bitcoin chart, it's scary. Okay, why is it scary? It's because, okay, a lot of what's been happening is reminiscent of this part, right? Which is, you know what, come after that part, right? Huge crash. So this part coming up, we have the US Fed about to cut rates, okay, which usually signals some sort of something. And I'm hoping we come back to here, do this, and we end up continuing. But we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with those stonks later on. You never know. But, you know, just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But I can tell you one thing. This news, for this some reason, this stablecoin law news, right, at some point in this year, let me guess. If we are doing this chart pattern, the news is going to be really bad. If we're doing this pattern, the news is going to be good. And there you go. So the news is kind of like foreshadowing you as to like what is going to come out later on. It's probably going to be bad, man. It's the US government. What you think? Do you think they're honestly going to say, hey, yeah, come and just use our US dollar peg stuff and throw it around out there? I don't think so. I think there's going to be like weird clauses in there and like trying to accuse everybody of terrorism and stuff. Just like this law they had to renege on, businesses don't have to report on a $10,000 transaction for crypto anymore. So what they did was they said, if you got a $10,000 transaction, you're a criminal and you have to report it to the IRS and you got to fill out a big form. They tried it. This is, friends, this is JP Mosquito and Goldman Slugs and Bank of Ants, okay, and City Slug. All these bug eaters hanging around, these cicadas, these beetles, right, just rolling around their bellies. Look, that's what they do. They come in, they say, hey, let's put the harshest law possible, and then we'll make the people, rats, they consider us rats, make them beg for just 5% extra leeway. 5%. And guess what? That takes time. You know, they've been doing this since like for 2 years. JP Mosquito comes in, they go, hey, you know, the laws are really bad, you know, I guess it's going to take another year for you to lobby and spend money against us because they got infinite money, man. They got infinite money. It takes time to change the laws. Oh, we've got to teach the people. You don't have to teach shit. There's a bunch of lying. You honestly think these people got to where they are with their inability to learn? No, they know how to learn. It's just that they're paid to look the other way. They're paid, okay, you're on the I Hate Crypto team. JP Morgan, all these people, they're all scum. Now, moving on though, talking about scum, ChainLink is bug eater DeFi. It's integrated circles, cross-chain transfers. So for CCIP. So tell you friends, this is how the crypto future is going to work is all the chains are going to have a lot of developers making a lot of cool stuff, hopefully cool, right? Besides monkey JPEGs. And they are going to have to create more complex applications. They need to grab things from different data sets. That's to create cool stuff. For example, Uber. Uber needs Google Maps, it needs Stripe, and it needs Twilio. It needs Google Maps to tell the driver where to go. It needs Twilio to message the driver. It needs Stripe to do the payments. All three. See these applications, right? The Google Maps infrastructure needs all of those. Now, we're gonna make Google Maps types of applications in crypto one day. Hopefully they exist right now, right? But it just needs more of the data points put in there. That's why ChainLink will host all of them. It'll make people pay for it and everything, okay? So that's why Swift chose them. That's why Swift chose ChainLink, Linkyboo, Big Mac DeFi, and that's why one of my prophecies is Link XRP, friends, is 0.29. So what does that mean? It means, this is just like one of a, look, friends, in this game, you need conviction to hold. You need a story to believe in, like really believe in. Okay, and you might think, oh no, I'm some sort of cool kid riding on my skateboard. I don't need to believe in anything. Chill out. Okay, what do you think is better? Swift choosing ChainLink or Swift choosing XRP? You say, oh well, Swift choosing ChainLink. Okay, sweet, because that's what happened. They did not choose XRP. No one's chosen XRP. Ripple's trash. Ripple, unfortunately, been dumping. They dumped $1.5 billion. But hey, ChainLink team did. But here's the thing. ChainLink actually got the sponsorships. So you got to think about, okay, in the past, when ChainLink dumped $1 billion, they got Swift to be onboarded. When XRP, Ripple dumped $1 billion, 1.5 billion in 2025. What did they get out of it? Nothing. Literally nothing in the past 3 to 4 years. Nothing. They got more money. They drive around in their supercars, which they do, by the way, and they just laugh at everyone, okay? So that's why I have the Link XRP chart here. This is the market cap chart. I think it's going to flip one day. By the way, look how close it got in 2020. Isn't it funny? It literally got 0.90 in 2020. If you put on a linear chart, you can just see how far away it is. This thing has to go. I don't want to talk like that. It has to, but man, it is racism and a hate crime and like transphobia and everything else. If this doesn't happen, all of it, friends, everything, every phobia, every bad, bigoted thing, I don't care. This is offensive to me if this doesn't happen, right? If Link doesn't flip XRP, because this, I know markets aren't meant to make sense, but now you're really getting silly. Okay, now you got nothing. Ripple had to fork Uniswap V2 technology, man. Their liquidity model that they've spent $1 billion to create, plus dumping for the past 9 years, doesn't work. It's trash. Isn't it funny that Hayden Adams, in his underwear, right, was able to code the Uniswap and then make the formula and make everything, and Cripple dumped billions of dollars onto the unfortunate XRP investors who've had to hold billions, 1.5 billion in 1 year, 2021. Hayden, in his underwear, was able to outperform them. See that, friends? You're a dream, right? You have a dream. You like unicorns. You like fairy and jelly beans and stuff. And you're like, sweet, I'm going to make this Uniswap formula. That's the power of crypto, okay? We don't need these big buildings and all these other things, okay? They're all scams. It's all a full scam. So I hope this thing flips it, because this is where it should be. Now, here's the thing, right? For us to flip, what's the price? Well, this is what you can do. So it is about a 3.4x away from here. So if I bring up the ChainLink chart, okay, 3.4x, where would 240%? I think it's like $55 here, friends. There you go. It's actually breaking the high. Snap. Now, I don't know. I don't think it doesn't have to do this now. It could take like a decade. Who knows, okay? But it's nice to think about this. By the way, this box is the fib zone. Okay, so there's going to be some poopiness there, but that's what hopefully happens. Now, here's the thing. You go, wait a minute. What if XRP has doubled in that time? Well, the target for Link becomes all the way up here. It actually becomes 110, which is funny. It's around the 2.618 mark right here. So it becomes like here. There, this is the target. That's if XRP does a double. Now, if XRP does a triple, the new target is about $150 up here. I think $160. It's around the 3.618 zone. So it all depends on what XRP does. It's funny, they're not related and they're not correlated, but the higher XRP goes, the more convicted I am in ChainLink. That's another way to think about it. Remember I told you, you need a reason to hold. This is where you get it from. Also, Arbitrum, right, is fake DeFi governance. They approved $90 million for something. So just a friendly reminder, friends. The Arbitrum insider, the Ethereum max is, they are on side 950x on the Arbitrum insider allocation that you and me were not allowed to participate in because it was a private insider secret VC piece of trash thing. Okay, now you might say, hey, they added a lot of value. I say, hey, I don't give a damn. Let me access public sacrifice ICOs. That's what I want. That's what all the people want. All of you want that too. You want that. You want the chance to do that. Okay, but they didn't. Why? Because they knew. They knew. Oh, give it to the insiders. Screw the people. By the way, there's another level of insiders just above that. Sorry, below that. Right? So it's like worst ranking. But they're not on side 950x. They're on side 158x. And these guys have minimum $1 million clips. Well, they allocate 100K, million. They're huge, huge. So these guys, Pantera dumped $100 million of Luna on everyone at the top and told them it was a buy of a lifetime. Right? It's revealed. You can go look up my videos and stuff on that. So Pantera, I mean, shout out to Pantera. Thank you for your reports. No thank you for all the dumping, by the way, to tell everybody Luna was a buy of a lifetime at $90 while you were dumping. And they got given, see, this is the funny thing. Arbitrum guys gave Pantera allocations. They're on side 158x on their $1 million. So think about this. If they dumped Luna and made $100 million and told you it was a buy of a lifetime at the top and then it went to zero, I wonder what they're going to do when it's time for their unlocks of Arbitrum coming out and they're on side $158 million from 1 mil to 158, and now they got to unlock. Oh, golly gee, I'm just going to take a wild guess that they're going to tell you Arbitrum is the buy of a lifetime. That's how the game works, friends. That's why if I ever participate with you, I tell you, this is my price. I don't get any extra coins, okay? Yes, the product may be good, medium, or trash. I don't care. This is the cheap price. I'm getting in. This is my lottery ticket. See you later. Don't talk to me about it. Let's move on, okay? That's why you follow me. That's why I am literally the highest value content in crypto. These other people, man, they're not telling us their insider allocations. They're not. They won't. Because they're paid not to. They're paid with the allocation. Uniswap, fake governance. They are now discussing Uniswap V3 incentives, which is kind of funny because, friendly reminder, look, they're trying to regain DEX market share. So friendly reminder, Unicoin does nothing and Uniswap Labs is compromised by the bug eaters. Friendly reminder, Uniswap Labs are working with the corrupt SEC to infringe human rights. Richard Hart, who everyone says is a scammer. Hey, even I call him a scammer. But guess what? This scammer's got some bags that may or may not pump. At least we're trying. With Uni, they aren't even trying. Okay, so this calling a scam label, blah, 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 it doesn't really matter. It's last time tongue in cheek. I don't care. Okay, vote with your wallet. I don't have any Uni. I don't want any Uni. Screw it. I used to have a big portfolio weight. You did not treat your investors right. You deserve every single percentage loss of market share you get. Every single one, you actually deserve it, okay? Because you're working with the corrupt SEC, you're infringing human rights, Uniswap Labs. By the way, they hired Rocco Negra, ex-CEO, that chick or whatever. It's just, yeah, man, whatever. You guys are all scum. All of you are scum. The protocol fee switch, you guys wasted potential. And look, I hope you get taken down because this should be a lesson. If Uni gets taken down, in terms of market share over time, it will be a blessing. I pray for that miracle every day because it'll send a signal to the market. Don't mess with the people. Don't screw people. Don't try to stab everyone in the back because you're going to pay for it, okay? That's why everyone has a voice now. It's not just talking heads on the TV shows to like wash away retailers getting destroyed. No. We're not going away. This is the wrong hornet's nest that you want to kick. It's funny. They were part of the hornet's nest. What happened? Clearly something happened. They're compromised. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Here's a better casino you can own though. PulseX. PulseX, PLSX, friends. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's ticked up to 3.23%. Look at this bottom left here. 3.23% total bought. So it's 660 billion. This is why, once again, 660 billion PulseX was sitting on the DEX in the liquidity pool. 660 billion, and that's all been bought, gone forever. And it's going to keep doing it every time there's volume, every time there's activity, okay? So PulseX, Pulse, still doing very well. There's been a tiny bit of a pullback. No, can't even call it a pullback, friends. Like, we're going to get a lot worse than that later on, okay? So this is, look how cheap it is still. You get to own the casino, and from here, you get a 2.2x when everyone else is break even. So not financial advice, friends. I am wearing a cork hat on the internet. Like, subscribe, belly button, or love you. Catch you soon.